Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the X Factor Daily NBA show. Before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a few friends about the X Factor Nation as well. We got a ton of content coming your way. We want to get this thing rolling. Only two games in the NBA on last night, so pretty easy night to get into here. We'll start off first in the Orlando Magic taking on the Golden State Warriors. I predicted the Magic to come out on top. And if you watch this game at several different points, I was a little nervous that I was going to be very wrong. But the Orlando Magic did come out on top, 130 to 129. For the Orlando Magic, Paulo Banchero has had another solid night, 22, 8 and 3, 8 of 17 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3. Um, One thing I'll say with Paulo that I've noticed is the ball kind of stops with him. When he gets it, he's looking to score. It's not going anywhere else, which does worry me just a little bit. But nonetheless, he's having to really work for his buckets, and he's showing that he can, and he's willing to. So I do like that. Jalen Suggs had 26 and 9, 4 steals. He came up very clutch for this team in the end, hitting a big three to give them the lead late. 9 of 17 from the field, 2 of 6 from three. He kind of struggled early, but I'm glad to see, he was able to cap it off with a great night. Franz Wagner had 19, Wendell Carter had 14. Chuma Okiki had a great game off the bench, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 4 6 from the field. He had a great first quarter for them, provided a lot of energy. I really, really love Chuma Okiki. He is a very solid role player and is proving it for this Orlando Magic team. RJ Hampton had 15, and Kavon Harris, who undrafted rookie, had 12 and 5. I think he provides a great energy for this team. I've watched a lot of Orlando Magic games, oddly enough, even though they're very bad. They're a fun watch, in my opinion. And, I really like what I see out of this team. They're young and they're exciting. And for the Warriors, they continue to struggle. Andrew Wiggins had 15. Kevon Looney had 17. Clay Thompson did have a great night. He had 27, a 10 to 24 shooting. So he's starting to pick it up. I know I've been pretty hard on him up to this point. And Steph Curry, he was able to really just have his way in the second and third quarter. From what I fell asleep early fourth quarter, so I wasn't able to see everything. But he was really starting to get going late in the second and early in the third. 39, 3 and 9 for him on 13 and 22 shooting. Jordan Poole had 11 off the bench. This Warriors team is struggling, as we all know. They're 3 and 6. They've lost four in a row. I just don't know what the answer is. I think it's their defense is a problem, and I'm very curious as to why a guy like Jonathan Kuminga isn't getting any playing time. Now I haven't watched the Warriors very, very close to know everything about their personnel, but from what I've seen, I think Kuminga could be a piece that could help them out on both ends of the floor. So let me know what you guys think. If you think Kuminga needs to be getting run and if he could help this team in the long run. In the last game last night, 122 to 110, the Nuggets come out on top over the Oklahoma City Thunder. Nikola Jokic with a triple double, 15, 13, and 14 assists. I mean, just absolutely insane. This guy, I tuned in early to this game. The way he was moving the ball around, with the passes he makes, the things he sees, it's otherworldly. It's insane. Aaron Gordon had 27. He had a great game for them, 10 of 13 from the field. Jamal Murray with a outstanding poster. I mean, I've never seen a poster like that, but he had 24-5 and 2. Bruce Brown, I've harped on him all up to this point. He had 15, 5 and 9 off the bench. Great night for the Nuggets there, scoring spread out. For the Thunder, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander just continues. I'm not going to waste any more breath on everything I've said about Shea up to this point. 37, 4, 3, and 2 for him. Lou Dort with 19, Jeremiah Robinson Earl with 10 and 7, Josh Giddey with 16. This is a young Thunder team. They're going to take losses like this, but Shea's continuing to play amazing up to this point. Lots of games on for tonight's lineup. We'll start at 7 o'clock. The Detroit Pistons host the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think this will be a fun and exciting game. I'm a big fan of both these teams. Give me the Cavaliers coming on top. I think the Cavs are the second best team in the league right now. Also at 7 o'clock, the Miami Heat travel to Indiana to take on the Pacers. I'm going to take the Heat. I do like what I've seen out of this Pacers team, but I think this Heat team is really starting to get rolling, and we're going to see them start to turn things around. 76ers host the New York Knicks at 7 o'clock. No James Harden. And I don't believe Joel Embiid will be playing tonight either. I could be wrong. Give me the Knicks there. But I do expect a big game out of Tyrese Maxey. The Nets take on the Washington Wizards. The Nets is a disgraceful organization. I'm just for multiple reasons. I mean, we could all, we could get into it. That could be a video of its own. I'm going to take the Wizards just because I'm really rooting against this Nets team right now. 7:30, the Bulls take on the Celtics on ESPN. I'm going to take the Celtics. I think they're the number 3 team in the league right now. And I think they lost a very close one in a great game the other night. But I really like what I saw at that team. They're very deep and they're very, very tough on the defensive end. I think they're going to make things difficult for LaVine and DeRozan. 8 o'clock, the Hornets take on the Grizzlies. Give me the Grizzlies. I don't like this Hornets team. I hope they blow things up. And I think this Grizzlies team has something to prove. They've disappointed up to this point, losing some games they definitely should have won. At 8 o'clock, the Clippers take on the Spurs. I'm going to take the Spurs here. This Spurs team is gritty. They're not going to lay down and they're not going to give up. And this Clippers team, you don't know what you're going to get out of them up to that on any given night. So I'll take the Spurs at home. 8:30, the Warriors take on the Pelicans at home. I'm going to take the Pelicans. The Pelicans are a very tough team. The Warriors are struggling. Their defense is not there, and I think Zion is going to be able to have his way against this team. And I think CJ McCollum is going to have a great night as well. 10 o'clock on ESPN. The 7-0 Bucks take on the 4-4 Timberwolves. Give me the Bucks. Giannis is going to have his way. I know the two bigs are down there to try to make life difficult, but I think Brook Lopez spreading the floor is going to take one of them out. And if not, I think Brook Lopez is going to be able to have a good night. So I'm going to take the Bucks. I'm going to take Giannis to have a big game, but I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow we wake up and Brook Lopez had 24 points on like 7 of 12 shooting from the 3. 10 o'clock, the Trailblazers take on the Suns. I'm going to take the Suns here. I wanted to take the Trailblazers. As you can tell, I really thought about it, but I'm going to go with the Suns here. I really do like this team. I think they're very, very skilled. They're a top 5 in the league. And the Trailblazers without Damian Lillard, I just don't think they have what it takes to pull it out. And then the last game of the night, the Utah Jazz take on the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm going to swerve. I'll take the Jazz here. It might not be a swerve, but I do think this Lakers team is playing very well. I wouldn't be surprised if they win. But I do like this Jazz team. I think, I shouldn't say I like the Jazz team. I like Lauri Markkanen, and I think Colin Sexton is fun to watch at times alongside Jordan Clarkson. So I will take the Jazz there to come out on top. That's all the games for last night and tonight. Looking forward to another great night in the NBA, another good weekend here in the NBA. We'll stay tuned. Be sure to stay tuned. We're going to have a lot of content coming your way. We're going to dip our toes in some UK stuff if you're a UK fan. But yeah, we'll have a lot coming your way. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and tell some friends. Until then, have a good night.